and jams it down with 2 hands.
We're getting you set for game day with a countdown to tip-off, powered by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. Carson-Newman Basketball is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that's service built. By the Aramark, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By the Tennessee National Guard, a generation of volunteers. By Food City, value every day. By Tri-Light, dream big with gig. By Quality Suites of Morristown, an official hotel of the Carson-Newman Eagles. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Feeds Bush at the right point. Around a Dyer left wing. Dyer wants another 3. Splash! Rin ace in fuego!
Now, here's the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Greetings, salutations, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you courtside to historic Frosty Holt Fieldhouse, where Carson-Newman is set to match wits with the UVA Wise Highland Cavaliers. Eagles lead the all-time ledger 16-0. Coming into this, the 17th meeting between these programs, as Carson-Newman looks to stack wins after a big road victory on Saturday at Limestone. UVA Wise off to a 6-0 start, then dropped back-to-back games to 2 pretty good teams in Young Harris and Tusculum. This is a highly improved UVA Wise team under head coach Blake Mellinger. In fact, the Cavs already have surpassed last year's 4-win tally. So how do things shake out today between Carson-Newman and UVA Wise? Should be a good one from inside in Holt Fieldhouse between 2 6-2 teams. Carson-Newman 1-0 in the league. UVA Wise is 0-1. Both teams top 3 in the SAC in pretty much most offensive and defensive categories. See how things shake out here today. AEC is the provider of the countdown to tip-off. Make the right call for energy efficiency and score big savings today. Contact AEC. They are your trusted energy partner. We check in with Chuck Benson. His pregame thoughts. Head your way after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
An interview with head coach Chuck Benson heads your way in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit InterDigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Time to check in with the Eagles head coach. Here's Chuck Benson alongside the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Back on the AEC countdown to tip-off as Carson-Newman begins a little homestand before the Christmas break. First of 3 out of 4 games inside a Holt Fieldhouse today against the UVA Wise Highland Cavaliers. I'm Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, you take on a UVA Wise team that arguably one of the most improved teams in the South Atlantic Conference in the Southeast region. They shoot the 3 ball incredibly effectively and are top 3 in the SAC in scoring. What do you have to do to slow down Blake Mellinger's high-octane offense?
Well, you're right when you define them as one of the most improved teams in the region, because that's an accurate description. They so far this season, they've been really, really strong offensively in all aspects of the game. Really good in transition, really good from the arc, really good in the paint. And they mix that up then by being really sound defensively. So we know we got our hands, we got our hands full. We got our hands full, and we know that. It's going to be a challenge, but we're up for it. We need this kind of challenge. We're excited to open conference play at home, and we're looking forward to the opportunity.
Potentially one of the more improved players on one of the more improved teams is Bradley Dean. 18 points a game. The slash line is absurd. 47 from the field, 45 from the 3. And he's only missed one free throw on the season. What's he done to elevate his game in his junior year?
I've watched him and asked myself that question. There's 2 things that jump off. One, physically, he's gotten bigger, stronger, but then his confidence is just off the charts. It oozes off of him when he's out there on the court, and thankfully we have some guys that have similar elements of their game this year too. So it's whether they play for me or for somebody else, I like when guys play with great confidence and great passion, and he's doing that. But thankfully, we got guys that we think can counter that as well.
Big piece that UVA Wise has added is a transfer from UNC Asheville in Luke Lawson, second leading scorer at 14 a game. What has he done to add some diversity to what they do offensively?
Well, truth of the matter is, Dean and Lawson are a good 1-2 punch. Lawson's big. He's very he's 6'8", 6'9", very mobile. He can protect the rim a little bit, but he's also really versatile offensively. He can shoot the 3, he can play off the bounce, he can post and score. He's really good on the boards. As far as newcomers in our conference, I think we got some good ones, but I think he's right up there as well, being one of the better newcomers in the SAC this year.
Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Through the early portion of this season, your team has had phenomenal buy-in on the emphasis to grab rebounds, plus 10 on the glass in 4 straight games, something that's never happened since we have game-by-game records for Carson-Newman men's basketball going back to the year 2000. Is that just elite buy-in and phenomenal team chemistry bearing itself out in a statistical dominance?
I think it's 2 things in particular. There's an alignment between what we as coaches are asking and the players' willingness to do it, but then we have personnel that can pull it off. If we had guys that weren't physically capable of pulling it off, then it would be an unfair request. Similarly, if I asked you to run a sub 5-minute mile, that would be an unfair request. So what we're asking our guys to do, they can actually do.
I can go deliver you 9.5, Chuck. Nothing more. Individually, it feels like somebody different is showing up game in, game out. Psychologically, what can that do for your team?
Well, it just continues to promote trust. it makes it really difficult for opponents to really lock in on one or two people. And you know, I've talked about it before. We've had periods of time since I've been the head coach here where we've had one or maybe two guys that were ball dominant, score dominant, and opponents could really scout that a little bit easier. But we got so many guys that are versatile and are potential weapons on any given night that as long as our trust is there and as long as the collective willingness to sacrifice is there, I think that gives us a pretty solid edge most days.
All right, Chuck Benson, pleasure as always. Good luck today against the Highland Cavaliers.
Thanks, Cav.
That's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Starting lineups, keys to the game. That's when the AEC countdown to tip-off comes back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Decades ago, your local electric co-op was formed to make sure everyone who needed electricity had it. And as time went on, as our communities continued to grow, so did the need for electricity. And time again, we've made certain that need has been met. Today, we're still doing everything in our power to keep affordable, reliable electricity flowing. It was our purpose then, it's our purpose now, and that'll never change.
AEC, your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Don't go anywhere. Tip-off is next.
Trip Davis, marvelous, with the hands on one end and the guile to finish on the other.
More CN memories are headed your way on the Eagles Sports Network. Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency, 423-586-4320, or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
This
Fires the three, and
is Carson-Newman men's basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
buzzer and ball game. Over the Royals. The Eagles take home the 2021 Pilot Flying J South Atlantic Conference Men's Basketball Championship.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, Domino's, Aramark, by ShopCNEagles.com, the Eagle Club, the Bible Insurance Agency, by Pepsi, by Magaha Electric, Inner Digital, by Food City, Trilite, Quality Sweets of Morristown, and by Lisa's Country Kitchen.
Now back to the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Back courtside at Holt Fieldhouse, Adam Cavalier, happy to have you on hand, where Carson-Newman and UVA Wise are set to match wits in a South Atlantic Conference contest. Both teams are 6-2 overall. The Eagles are 1-0 in sack play. Wise 0-1. Starting fives for first the visitors from Western Virginia and Blake Mellinger's Highland Cavaliers. It's a 3-guard, 2-forward lineup. The guards are the league's second leading scorer in Bradley Dean, 6'2 sophomore out of Gate City, Virginia. 18.1 points per game on a 48-45-96 slash line. And he also adds in nearly 5 boards and 4 assists per game. He's joined in the backcourt by Kalen Lightford, 7.1 points per game, a freshman out of Huntsville, Alabama. And Ben Bryson, junior out of Mills River, North Carolina, at 9.1 points per game. He knocks down 52% of his threes. The forwards, a UNC Asheville transfer in Luke Lawson, 6'8", 190-pound fifth-year player out of Coburn, Virginia. And Ron Uka out of Peja, Kosovo, and an Eastern Florida State transfer. 6'7" junior is Uka. Carson-Newman, same starting five that it has utilized in the previous 8 games. Tyler Bowens, Monty Johal, Luke Brennigan, Ren Dyer, and Bryant Thomas. All black road jerseys with red numerals trimmed in white for the Highland Cavaliers. Pristine home whites for the Eagles. White tops, white shorts, blue numerals trimmed in orange for the Eagles. Thomas will jump it up against Ron Uka. Luke Dynkus has the ball in hand. It's in the air, and Thomas wins the tip, deflecting it back to Tyler Bowens. And the Eagles start out with the rock moving left to right against 3-2 zone defense for the Highland Cavaliers. Brennigan down to the left block, back to the basket on Lightford, curls out to the left wing and hits Joe Hall right wing. Pump fakes a three, high hand there from Dean. Joe Hall, screen to the left, bounce inside, Bowens right block, goes up, 2 hands, dumps it in at the 10. Carson-Newman strikes first on a low bounce pass from Monty Johal. Tyler Bowens up with 2 hands. And the Eagles have a 2-0 lead 30 seconds in. Highland Cavaliers on to the offensive end. Dean over for Lightford, head of the key. Chest pass back to Dean. Cavs has started out 5 out against the Eagles zone. Lightford up top. Dean got open for a 3. Heaves it up and heaves it in. Bradley Dean nails his 20th 3 of the season. Had a sliver of a daylight. And the Cavs up 3-2. 19:07 to play, first half. The Eagles bring it left to right. 3-2 zone to start the possession for the Cavs. Joe Hall over to Brennigan, left point. Drop it off high post. Thomas left elbow. Dribbles inside on Uka. Turns, right hand, shoots over top. Thomas gets the roll. Thomas from 8 feet out over the sack logo puts Carson-Newman back in the lead. 4-3, 18:48 to play first half. 5 out again for the Highland Cavaliers. Now 4 round 1 with Lawson sagging into the post against the Eagles matchup zone. Right corner, Lawson a triple, and he converts. UVA Wise has started 2 of 2 from deep. Cavs have a 6-4 lead. 18:34 to play in the first half. Carson-Newman front court. Dyer, left corner, skip it to Joe Hall, right wing. Joe Hall, step back from the right baseline. 15-footer, cash from Monty. Monty did that one all by himself, and we're tied at 6. 18:20 to play in the first half. Neither team has missed a shot. We've taken 5 so far today between the 2 teams. UVA Wise has hit 3s on back-to-back possessions. They go from downtown again with this 5-out offense. Lightford, left wing. Up top for Dean with 13 to shoot. Dean drives, dishes, Lightford, left wing. He tries a triple and swirls it home. UVA Wise has started 3 from 3 from deep and has a 9-6 advantage with 17:56 to play in the first half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Joe Hall, high post for Thomas. 1 dribble down to the right block, kicks it out. Joe Hall, right wing. Joe Hall into the paint. Stops, pivots, fades from 10, rolls it home. That is becoming vintage Monty Joe Hall. Got the charity roll 12 feet out, right side of the lane. 9-8, Eagles down by 1. 17:33 to play in the first half. Neither team has missed. 7 for 7 to start this game. Cavs go inside. Lawson, right block. Turns and dumps it in off the window. 11-8. 17:24 to play first half. A collective 8 for 8 from the floor between these 2 teams to start this game. Eagles looking for answer points. Dyer, ILO action to Brennigan, left block. Gets down on Lightford, turns, right hand, baby hook. Brennigan knocks it down. 11-10, Wise by 1. 17:05 to play in the opening stanza. Eagles have started 5 for 5 from the field. Lightford, high-low, Lawson, taps it back out, Lightford, head of the key. Lightford, right around a Lawson screen, accelerates, right elbow, shoots 15-footer, missed it long off the heel. There's the first miss of the game on the 10th attempt between the 2 teams. Eagles fly up the floor. Joe Hall, right corner, catch 3 ball, won't go down in transition. Lawson yanks down the rebound on the right side of the lane for the black-clad Cavs, and UVA Wise brings it right to left with a 1-point lead in hand. Lightford, right wing with a basketball. 1 left-hand dribble, now 2 left-hand dribbles. Skips a pass left wing to Bryson. Into the high post, Lawson. Turn, shoot, 15-footer. Missed it long off the heel. Bowens rips the rebound away from Uka at the free throw line. And Eagles bring it left to right. Dyer exploding to the cup with the right hand. Finger rolls it up. Lawson trails and rejects it. Bryson on the break with the board. Takes it to the 10. Can't get it to go. Uka an offensive rebound. He sticks it up and draws a foul. Uka to the line after the personal on Bryant Thomas. his first, the team's first. 11-10, UVA Wise the lead. Both teams shooting the ball exceptionally well to open up this game. As Ron Uka, who's 15 of 21 at the line so far this season, heads to the stripe. Make it 16 of 22 as he buries the first. 12-10 lead for the Highland Cavaliers. 1 tie, 3 lead changes, and a back and forth first 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Second of 2, Uka calmly converts nothing but cords, and the Cavs match their biggest lead at 13-10. Difference maker right now, 3s for 2s. Cavs have knocked down 3 triples to make up for the fact that Eagles have made 1 more shot. Monty Johal the other way, drives down the right to the right block and draws a foul as he tosses up a left-handed layup. Kalen Lightford the shove, his first, team's first. And Monty Johal to the line to shoot 2 and a chance to make this a 1-point game at the stripe. Eagle fans, AEC is your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, service you can trust and value you can depend on. Powering Mossy Creek, where AEC, member-owned and service-driven. Johal knocks down the first free throw. He's got 6 points to guide the Eagles, make it 7 as he goes 2 for 2. 1-point game, 13-12 Highland Cavaliers, 4 minutes into this contest. An offensive fury here in the early going. 2-2-1 full court pressure for the Eagles to slow up the Cavaliers. Right wing, Dean switches it, head of the key, Lightford. Right around the screen, back to Dean, right wing. He tries a triple, back iron, bounces off the shot clock. And that is Carson-Newman ball as a result. Brings us to a break in the action. 15:41 to play in the first half. Wise the opening edge. It's 13-12 in favor of the Highland Cavaliers. We return to Holt Fieldhouse. Eagle ball after the break on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Well, after making its first 4 shots of the game, UVA Wise has missed 4 straight. And Carson-Newman as a trails by 1, 13-12 with 15:40 to play in the first half. Eagles have started 5 of 7 from the field. Brennigan over the left side for the Eagles, gets it to McElhaney up top, over to Zhao, right wing. Eagles circle it around the perimeter. Dyer, left baseline, drive, stops, passes. Zhao, right corner, high hand there for Dean. Bounce into the high post, Beaker with 7 to shoot. Beaker, one left-hand dribble, hands off Brennigan, head of the key. Brennigan, right elbow, pulls up, 15-footer. Silk for Luke Brennigan. All cords for Luke Brennigan. He has 4. Eagles retake the lead. 14-13, 15:05 to play in the first half. Highland Cavaliers onto the offensive end. Uka skips out, right wing Dean. Steps inside the three-point arc, pulls up, free throw line. Jay won't go down. Beaker rises up over the sack logo to pull down the board for the Eagles. Carson-Newman brings it from left to right. Head of the key, Dyer a triple. Halfway down and out, no good. Rebound poked out of bounds. Last touched by Cam McElhaney. And it stays, or goes back to UVA Wise, pardon me. Wholesale changes for the Highland Cavaliers. Zion Frooster is into the game. Lawson stays in the game. Dean stays in the game. You got Patrick Shelley and Jason Brooks, the Mars Hill transfer, into the game. 14-13, Eagles by a point. Cavs have missed their last 5 shots after starting 4 for 4. Left point, Shelley. Drop it off left corner for Dean, 10 to shoot. Back out head of the key for Frooster. Frooster dislodged, gets it back left corner. 3 and 2. Dean, free throw line, drives inside, off balance with the right hand. Can't get it to drop off the front iron. McElhaney reaches up for the rebound. 6 straight misses for the Cavaliers. Eagles ahead by 1. Brennigan headed the key 3. Off the mark. McElhaney scrapping for the offensive rebound. Loose on the left side of the lane, and the Cavs come away with it. Up the right sideline, sprints Frooster to the cup. Frooster lays it up and in with the right hand. Stops the 3-minute field goal drought for the Cavs and puts them up by 1. 15-14 with 13:49 to play in the first half. Eagles work at front court, and a whistle and a hand check foul on Zion Frooster. His first, team second. Hey, Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles, so when you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Get a large one-topping pie for $5.99 with your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Seeing with the ball on its offensive end. Dyer, left corner, draws a double team, passes out of it into the high post. Beaker. Beaker, right-hand dribbles, down to the right block, tosses up with the right hand, and connects nothing but strings. 7 of 11 from the field. That's the start for Carson-Newman. They retake the lead, 16-15, 13:27 to play in the first half. Eagles shooting the ball extraordinarily well. UVA Wise, no slouch either at 5 of 11. Cavs with it front court in the all-black jerseys. High post for Brooks. Pulls up, 15-footer, right elbow, and converts. Jason Brooks has his first points. The Cavs retake the lead, 17-16, 13:08 to play in the first half. 7th lead change. Neither team has led by more than 3 here in the early going. Zhao, right wing, pull up 3 ball, left it long. Dean, the long rebound, right wing for the Cavs. UVA Wise looks to extend a 1-point lead. Lawson hunts a transition triple left wing. Backboard, nothing else. Rebound loose and gobbled up, left block by Ben Beaker. Floats it up the left sideline to Ren Dyer, who weaves front court to the head of the key. Dyer zips a pass. Zhao, left block, leaps, passes. Nobody there on the wing, and Beaker runs it down. Lost his balance. Now Beaker loses it. A turnover. Outlet it to Lawson. Lawson racing to the rim. He gets fouled from behind by Ren Dyer. Eagles with some sloppiness there. Ren Dyer picks up his first, team second. It was the first turnover of the game for either side. Been a pretty clean one here inside of Holt. So Lawson to shoot 2 to extend this lead. Looks up the first and leaves it short front of the 10. One more free throw for Luke Lawson, who comes in averaging 75% at the line. The UNC Asheville transfer, nearly 15 tonight. He's got 5 already today. Second free throw. He knocks that one down, and it's a 2-point lead for the Cavs. 7 ties, 1 lead change. Or 7 lead changes, 1 tie. And neither team has led by more than 3 here in a back-and-forth first 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Eagles can tie with a 2, grab the lead with a 3 on this possession. Brennigan has it at the head of the key. Overhand pass to Dyer, left wing. Dyer muscles his way inside, right-hand runner. Missed it. Dyer got his own board and tips it in left side. Ren Dyer with stick-to-itiveness has his first board and his first points. 18-18. We're tied for the second time today. 12 minutes to play in the first half. Cavs with it on the offensive end. Right wing for Dean. Dean chest pass, right corner for Lawson. Back over to Dean, right wing. Dean finds his way inside, kicks out Lawson, right corner, catch 3 ball, spins out left side. Zhao yanks down the board, left block. Eagles float it left to right. Dyer, left wing, stops, passes McElhaney head of the key. Dribble handoff, Brennigan. Gets into the keyhole, kicks Dyer, left corner, catch 3 ball on the way. Nylon for Ren. 5 points for Ren Dyer. Eagles have scored 5 straight to take their biggest lead at 3. 21-18, 11:25 to play in the first half. Cavs with it front court. They're 2 for their last 10 after starting 4-4 from the field. Lawson at the charity stripe. Muscles it down, right block, shoots over top of Beaker and makes a high difficulty leaner to pull the Cavs within 1. 21-20 at 11:10 to play first half. Eagles front court. Dyer left corner. Up top to Brennigan at the head of the key. Brennigan, bounce feed, Zhao right wing, dislodged by Dean, out of bounds, and the officials say it's Wise basketball. Dean clearly touched that one last. So the Eagles will turn it over. Unfortunately, 11:01 to play in the first half. Eagles 21, Cavs 20 in a back-and-forth game that's featured 2 ties and 8 lead changes. We're back to Hold after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
I get my power from my co-op so I can put my energy into my family.
Into waking up the neighborhood. Latte for Christine.
I get my power from the co-op, so I can put my energy into planting seeds for a brighter future.
Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, power to your community, for your community, so your energy can go into the things that matter most to you.
My 69 Camaro.
Who powers you?
AEC, the right call for your energy needs. Let us help you score success.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From footlong hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
21-20, Carson-Newman leads UVA Wise in what has been an offensive slugfest here in the early going. And Wise looks to retake the lead. Cavs bounce into the high post for Brooks. Jab step on Thomas. And kicks it into the left corner for Shelley. Shelley twirls inside, whistle, foul, charge it to Bowens. His first, team's third. 21-20, Eagles leading. Trigger into the left wing for Shelley. Around the horn it goes to Bryson, head of the key, back to Shelley, left wing. Pump fakes a three, stops, passes to the head of the key, Frooster. Frooster pulls up for a straight-on triple. Missed it long off the heel, battled for the rebound. Tapped out of bounds, but a whistle and a foul on Patrick Shelley for Wise. His first, team's third. 10:32 to play first half. 21-20, Carson-Newman the lead. Eagles have shot 64% from the field. Eagles work it left to right. Joe Hall, left wing. Feeds Bridgewater in the left corner, up top for Bowens. Around to Zhao, right wing. Leaps and lobs to Bowens, right baseline. Bowens kicks it out to Bridgewater. Loose ball back across the timeline. Still free. Bouncing, whistle. And a foul on Caleb Bridgewater as he tripped up Zion Frooster. First on Bridgewater, fourth on the Eagles, and if ever there was the definition of a loose ball foul, that was it. Ball skidded across the timeline from one foul stripe to the other, and nobody ever possessed it. So Lawson will trigger into Zion Frooster. The Cavs set up in the half court, down by one. Left wing, Bryson heaves up a triple and barely moves the strings. The 52% shooter from range had a sliver of daylight, and he made the Eagles pay. Cavs retake the lead, 23-21 with 9:50 to play in the first half. UVA Wise has scored 5 straight after the Eagles went up by 3. Zhao at the head of the key for Carson-Newman. Lobs to Thomas at the free throw line. One dribble, bounce Thomas, right block, reverse layup. Loops it in with the left hand off the glass. Strong take by Tyler Bowens. Bryant Thomas drops his second dime, and we're tied at 23 with 9:30 to play in the first half. Cavs with it on the offensive end. They've shot 47% from the field in the first half. Lawson stripped from behind, gathers it back in, gets it out. Bryson left wing for an open three ball, and he swirls it home. A look what I found three from Ben Bryson. He's scored the last 6 for the Cavs, and they match their biggest lead at 3. 26-23 with 9:08 to play first half. Eagles want an answer. Bridgewater misses a left corner three. Thomas an offensive board. Tries to kick it out to Bridgewater. Through his hands, Frooster the steal. Frooster all the way to the cup. He can't convert in transition, and then Thomas hacked from behind as he grabs the rebound and charged Patrick Shelley with the foul. His second, team's fourth. 8:56 to play first half. 26-23. UVA Wise the lead. Hey, Eagle fans, Lisa's Country Kitchen serves the best home-cooked meals that the Lakeway region has to offer. Lisa's Country Kitchen, the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. 8:52 to play first half. 26-23. UVA Wise has the lead in the game that's featured 3 ties and 9 lead changes. Joe Hall to the cup. He finishes with the left hand at the rim. 8 first-half points for Monty Joe Hall, and he did that one all by himself on a drive to the left. 26-25, Cavs by 1, 8:37 to play first half. Both of these teams 6-2 overall. UVA Wise looking for its first win ever over Carson-Newman. Eagles have won the first 16 meetings in this series. It's a much improved UVA Wise team. 10 to shoot for the Highland Cavaliers. Left corner, dump down inside for Uka. He blows the right-hand leaner. Zhao cleans up the glass right block. Zhao into the front court. Stops his dribble, right wing, hoists up an NBA range triple. In and out, no good. Bridgewater an offensive rebound. Dribbles it out, and the Eagles reset. Bounce to Zhao right of the lane. Deflected out by Dean, and it stays with Carson-Newman. I thought the previous deflection that was out on Dean should have been Carson-Newman ball. This one, I think, should be headed to UVA Wise. Carson-Newman has the rock. Down by 1. Joe Hall, right wing. Drives inside on Frooster. Gets the right block. Left-hand finish. Won't fall off the front iron. Uka with the rebound middle of the lane, and the Cavs bring it front court with a 1-point lead. Brooks, left block. Muscles up a shot on Thomas. Can't get it to roll in. Thomas snares the rebound. Gets it up the left sideline to Bridgewater. 3-on-2 break from Bowen's left block. Bowens looking to hit a passer, finds Bridgewater, left corner, catch 3, strong off the right iron. Frooster raises up to grab the rebound. Blake Mellinger extends his right hand and says, hey, slow it down. Mellinger coaching on the same side of the floor that his grandfather's retired 30 jersey hangs from the rafters. Big coaching tree for the Mellinger family. Pull up Jay from the free throw line, won't go down Frooster. Bryson an offensive board, second chance for the Cavaliers. Frooster, left wing. Looking to extend a 1-point lead with 7:10 to play in the first half. Up top, Frooster. Looks right, moves right around a Brooks screen. Zhao guards him, 5 to shoot, into the left corner. Uka tries a triple, and he connects. Just the third three-pointer attempted by Ron Uka of the season. It stops a 2-minute Wise scoring drought and gives them a 4-point lead. 29-25 with 6:50 to play in the first half. Cavs 6 of 9 from range in the opening stanza. Eagles with it front court. Joe Hall at the head of the key. Motions with his right hand. Now dribbles, right elbow, fades from 15. Joe Hall knocks it down. Well, that is a tough shot, and Monty Joe Hall makes it look automatic. He's got 10 first-half points on 4 of 6 shooting. And the Eagles are down by 2, 29-27 with 6:30 to play in the opening stanza. Cavs with it front court. Left wing, Bryson left open for a 3-ball. Missed it off the back of the 10. Joe Hall tracks down the rebound. Slings it up the left sideline to Thomas. Doesn't have numbers as he enters the paint. Thomas twisting around, draws a double team, passes out Joe Hall left wing. Joe Hall, skip it, right corner. Zhao, wide open, catch 3-ball, knocks it down. Monty Joe Hall, the feed to John Zhao. And the Eagles lead by 1, 30-29 with 6 minutes to play in the first half. Eagles on the defensive side. John Zhao commits a foul. His first, team's 5th. And it brings us to a break in the action. 5:56 to play first half. Carson-Newman 30. UVA Wise 29. Been a back-and-forth offensive extravaganza here in Holt. 3 ties, 10 lead changes, and we're back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
5:56 to play in the first half. And Carson-Newman has a 30-29 lead over the Highland Cavaliers. UVA Wise with it, front court. Lyford left open, head of the key, threes off the mark, back of the 10. Dyer pulls down the board on the left block for the Eagles. Cian flies up the floor. Brennigan, right wing, knifes inside the three-point stripe, shoots from 17, missed it strong, back iron. Lightford out of the fray with the rebound. Pushes tempo for Uka left of the lane. Uka swirls up a right-hand layup and gets it to go off the glass. 31-30, Wise retakes the lead. With 5:20 to play in the first half. Eagles with it front court. Brennigan up top over to Dyer left wing. Give and go to Brennigan left of the lane, backs down Lightford. Feeds McElhaney right block. McElhaney behind the defense, lays it in over top of Lawson. Eagles retake the lead. 32-31. 5-minute mark first half. Cavs onto the offensive end, clad in all black. 4-round one for UVA Wise against the zone. Uka, left baseline. Gets into Beaker, into the paint. Deeks left, turns right, right-hand bunny, won't go back iron. Dyer with the rebound. Eagles sprint front court. Brennigan, right of the lane, gets it into the right corner. Brennigan, left around a McElhaney screen. Hits McElhaney right of the paint. McElhaney into the paint. Kicks out Brennigan, right wing, catch three ball. Strong left of the 10. Dean with the board. And the Cavs bring it onto the offensive end. High post, Lawson dumps Uka, right block. Reverse layup, whistles it in off the window. UVA Wise retakes the lead. 33-32, 4:12 to play in the first half. And now as the Eagles get it front court, a whistle and a foul on Ben Bryson. His first, team's fifth. UVA Wise certainly much improved from last year's 6-win team. Eagles have won 4 straight over the Cavs by double digits each time. Inbounds comes to Browder in the left corner. Backs it out to the head of the key for Brennigan down inside Dyer. Dyer right of the lane, tosses up, 8-footer, strong back iron. Bryson cleans up the window for the Cavaliers, and they bring it front court. 3 ties, 13 lead changes in the first half. Cavs look to extend a 1-point lead. Left wing for Ben Bryson. Goes up top, Dean. NBA range triple. Airballed it wide to the right. Back to Carson-Newman it goes after this break. 3:43 to play in the first half. It is UVA Wise 33 and Carson-Newman 32. It has been a back-and-forth game in which neither team has led by more than 4. Eagles shooting 54% from the field. They've made 2 more shots than the Cavs. But UVA Wise has 6 of 11 from 3 to make up the difference. We're back to Holt after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
A whopping 13 lead changes and 3 ties in this one. And what has been a back-and-forth first half. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you on hand. Skip Roberts back inside the studios, keeping us on air as the Eagles look to retake the lead on this possession, down by 1. Bowens right of the lane, feeds Brennigan head of the key. Brennigan up top, Bowens. Bowens drives, left block, gets into Lawson, can't connect. Uka up for the rebound over the sack logo in the middle of the lane. Black-clad UVA Wise moves it right to left. Cavs onto the offensive end. Lawson down to Uka left block. 9 to shoot. Uka back to the basket on Thomas. Backs him down. Fades over top of him. Tough from 10. Rolls off left side. And Bowen snags the rebound for the Eagles. Carson-Newman brings it left to right. Monty Johal. Over to the left corner for Luke Brennigan. Brennigan feeds Bowens at the head of the key. Drives on Lawson. Hop step to the left block. And Bowens got called for the travel. I thought Bowens picked up his dribble as he was airborne, but the Eagles turn it over. Cavs work it from right to left. 1 point lead in hand. Neither team has been able to find any separation in this one. Head of the key and a lob into the high post for Uka. Back out for Dean, head of the key. Dean left around the screen to the left wing. Thomas picks him up. Dean, bounce feed inside. Thomas pilfered it. Thomas using his range to bother Dean, and the Eagles work it left to right in the pristine home whites. Bowens, head of the key. One left-hand dribble, hands off Johal left point. Johal moves inside, bounces Thomas right block. Thomas held by Uka. Whistle foul. In charge Ron Uka, I presume that indeed is the case, with his first and the team's 6th. Shot clock to 20, ball out of bounds to the left of the basket for Carson-Newman. Quality Suites of Morristown is the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. If you're traveling to watch the Eagles play, go to Quality Suites of Morristown. Brennigan misses the layup, but Bowens is there to clean it up with a two-hand jam. Stops a 3-minute scoring drought for the Eagles and gives them the lead. That's what you get with a full night's rest at Quality Suites of Morristown. Tip drill jams. 34-33. Eagles by a point. 102 seconds left in the first half. Cavs for Lightford, head of the key. He knocks down a 3. 7th made triple of the first half for UVA Wise. They're one of the country's best three-point shooting teams. Now a steal. Dean racing to the rim. Goes for a reverse layup, but he got fouled by Bowens. 2nd on Tyler, 6th on the Eagles. 2 free throws for the 6th best free throw shooter in the country in Bradley Dean. 36-34, UVA Wise. 92 ticks left in the first half. 3 ties, 15 lead changes. Neither team is led by more than 4, but Dean can give the Cavs a 4-point lead right here. Dean floats up the first free throw. Missed it long off the heel. Well, there is a collector's item for Bradley Dean. His 2nd miss of the year on his 24th attempt. One more free throw for Bradley Dean. And this one he naturally converts on. 3-point game, 37-34, 92 ticks left in the first half, and Lightford picks up Brennigan full court with token man-to-man pressure. Brennigan across the timeline. Feeds inside, Thomas right block, draws a double team. Skips it, left corner, Johal. Johal, catch 3, strong. Bowens an offensive board. 2nd chance for the Eagles. Bowens, backdoor cut for Johal. Too hot to handle, spins around, Johal gets loose, can't get it to fall. Loose ball, Bryson gobbles it up down low, and the Cavs can extend a 3-point lead on this possession. UVA Wise front court. Lightford, right corner, open for a 3. Airballed it strong, passed it to Uka, might as well have. Feeds a back-cutting Lightford right block, and he lays it in off the glass. Biggest lead of the day for the Highland Cavaliers, 39-34, with 47 seconds left in the first half. Eagles with it front court. Bowens head of the key. Turns and hits Brennigan at the right point. Brennigan motions with his left hand, accelerates and dishes Dyer right corner. Dyer spins in, draws a foul on Bryson, and will shoot free throws. It's a 2nd personal on Ben Bryson. 7th team foul on the Highland Cavaliers, and Dyer will try to put a halt to this 6-0 UVA Wise run over the last minute. Eagles shooting 48% from the field. They've made more shots than the Cavaliers, but the difference right now is UVA Wise 7 of 13 from deep. All 5 starters have knocked down a 3 for the Highland Cavaliers. Curvins Jacinthus into the game, replacing Ben Bryson. As Dyer connected on the first free throw, 39-35. Eagles down 4. Joshua Butts checks in for Carson-Newman, replacing Bryant Thomas. So one more free throw for Ren Dyer. Dyer bends his knees and rattles home the 2nd. Ren Dyer with 7 first-half points. He exits for Caleb Bridgewater. 39-36, Cavs on top. A 6-0 UVA Wise run gives them a sliver of separation with a 5-point lead before the 2 free throws. 2-second difference, shot clock to game clock. Shot clock at 24, game clock at 26, and now Blake Mellinger with Monty Johal providing oodles of pressure burns his use-it-or-lose-it timeout. Gives us a chance to remind you that Quality Suites of Morristown is the preferred hotel choice of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located just 10 miles from campus, Quality Suites of Morristown is the perfect place to stay when you're traveling to watch the Eagles play. Call 423-585-4000 and ask for the Carson-Newman rate. Discount available at Quality Suites of Morristown only when you call 423-585-4000. 3 ties, 15 lead changes in this contest. Carson-Newman's led by as many as 3, UVA Wise by as many as 5, and the Cavs have had the lead for the majority of this game. Wise in front for roughly 12 minutes of the first half. 2-second difference, shot clock to game clock. Lyford trapped in the backcourt, and he comes over and back. Eagles force the turnover. That's just the second turnover of the half for UVA Wise. And Carson-Newman gets it back. Offense for defensive subs. And now Chuck Benson calls for time. So he'll burn his use it or lose it. Hey, Eagle fans, check out Carson-Newman Athletics' official online store at shopseeingeagles.com. It features more than 1,100 products from T-shirts and polos to phone skins and pet collars. Shopseeingeagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. 39-36. UVA Wise the lead, but Carson-Newman has the basketball. Both teams have shot the ball fairly well, but the difference is the fact that the Eagles' good shooting has come from inside the arc, and the Cavs' good shooting has come from outside the arc. Wise 7 of 13 from deep in the first half as a team, and all 5 starters have knocked down at least 1 3, including multiples from Ben Bryson and Kalen Lightford. Eagles have done a strong job on Bradley Dean, the league's second leading scorer. He only has 5 first-half points. Still a second difference from the shot clock to game clock, but this will be the final possession of the period. 3-2 defense for the zone for the Cavaliers. Eagles spread the floor and go to the left corner for Ren Dyer. Beats Thomas, short corner, left side, 5 seconds left. Thomas into the lane, kick out, Brennigan, head of the key, catch 3 ball, buries it. Luke Brennigan closes the first half with a triple and ties it at 39. Headed into the halftime break, Brennigan beats the buzzer, and we are tied for the 4th time in the first half. 4 ties, 15 lead changes in a seesaw affair here inside of Holt Fieldhouse. Good basketball inside of Holt between 2 offensive-minded teams. See if the Eagles' zone defense tops in the league in terms of field goal percentage can take hold in the second half. ShopSeeingEagles.com halftime report is headed your way when we come back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit InterDigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe a new electric heat pump or a new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We've got a quality contractor network, easy financing, and ANC inspects every job to assure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aecoop.org for application, contractor list, and more details. AEC, we're power with purpose. It's halftime. We'll head back to the arena for the ShopSeeingEagles.com halftime report in just 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
The number one source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is ShopSeeingEagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. ShopSeeingEagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopSeeingEagles.com.
Fieldhouse, where we are all square at 39 apiece. Eagles close the period on a little 5-0 scoring spurt to counteract what was a 6-0 UVA Wise run. And Luke Brennigan's 3 at the horn, a reason that the Eagles head into the halftime break tied at 39 with UVA Wise. Back and forth half that featured 4 ties and 15 lead changes. And both teams shot the ball fairly well. Eagles were better inside the arc, 16 of 32 as a team for the first half. However, that goes to 13 of 20 inside the arc, 3 of 12 from beyond it. And the inverse is true for UVA Wise. Cavs 7 of 13 from deep. That's 54%, but just 7 of 20 inside the three-point arc. Monty Johal leads all scorers with 10 points on 4 of 8 shooting. He's 0 for 2 from 3 and has 2 assists, while Luke Brennigan and Ren Dyer both have 7 points apiece. Tyler Bowen, 6 points to go along with 4 rebounds. UVA Wise took really good care of the basketball. Just 2 turnovers in that first half for the Highland Cavaliers, but points off turnovers are dead even, in spite of the Cavs being +4 in terms of turnover margin. UVA Wise, very balanced. Ron Uka leads the way with 9 points. Luke Lawson has 8, and Kalen Lightford 8. Eagles have done a nice job on Bradley Dean, the league's second leading scorer, who had scored in double figures in every game prior to the Highland Cavaliers lost to Tusculum on Wednesday. He's just got 3 first-half points on 1 of 5 shooting and 1 of 3 from 3. Probably the more important thing, though, is that the Cavs have, all 5 starters have hit a 3. Really good balance for Blake Mellinger's crew here at the halftime break. We're no different from where we started 20 minutes ago. Dead even at 39 apiece between Carson-Newman and UVA Wise. We'll take a look around the rest of the action in the South Atlantic Conference when we come back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
If you're looking for official Eagle merchandise, look no further than the Carson-Newman Bookstore. With a large selection of Carson-Newman gifts and apparel, you're sure to find something to please the entire family. From stuffed eagles to towel sets, sweatshirts, shorts, hats, and slippers, we literally have you covered from head to toe. We have just the item you're looking for no matter what the season. So whether you're an Eagle student, parent, alumni, or fan, shop us for everything orange and blue. Call 865-471-3539 for more information and store hours. We'll see you at the Carson-Newman Bookstore.
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you. now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
A check of the ShopCNEagles.com SAC scoreboard is next. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
The Eagle Sports Network is part of SAC Live, the official digital network of the South Atlantic Conference. SAC Live is the home of all your South Atlantic Conference sports action, including 20 SAC championships. Time to get caught up with some SACtion. Here are the happenings around the South Atlantic Conference and the nation. Let's go around the league with a ShopCNEagles.com scoreboard update. Now, back to the arena.
All right, halftime inside of Holt Fieldhouse. Carson-Newman and UVA Wise are deadlocked at 39 apiece in the opening stanza. The Highland Cavaliers, three-point shooting, doing the job for UVA Wise at 54% on 7 makes in the first half, while the Eagles inside work. 50% from the field overall, but Carson-Newman has made 13 out of 20 shots in the paint. For those of you who are math inclined, that's 65%. Eagles just 3 of 12 from beyond the arc. Elsewhere in the South Atlantic Conference, there are 4 other games currently underway around the league, 3 of which are between conference teams. The first that we'll get to is a non-conference matchup. Anderson is playing host to Livingstone, and the Trojans lead the Blue Bears 50-46 at the halftime break. Anderson shoots 51% from the field and knocks down 10 of 24 first half threes en route to grabbing the 4-point halftime lead. Trojans have gotten 11 from Luke Denbo, 10 from Miles Jenkins, and 10 from Greco Jackson, while Livingstone has 9 apiece from Detion Leach and Tion Tiller. A good ball game between Anderson and Livingstone over from the Abney Center. In Eliezer Arena, Catawba leads Newberry 47-41 at the end of the first half, and what was an offensively charged first half of basketball. The Indians shoot 60% from the field and go 7 of 13 from deep. Get 11 points from Ron Kowalski. He leads all scorers, in fact tied with Newberry's Downs and Brown, who both have 11 points. But the Indians 7 of 13 from deep, 60% from the field. Let's look at why Catawba has that 6-point halftime lead on the road at a Newberry team that has won 7 straight games. Tusculum has traveled up the mountain to take on the Mountain Lions of Mars Hill, and it's a Tusculum lead against Carson-Newman's next opponent, the Mountain Lions, 38-26. Mars Hill just 33% from the field in the first half and 1 of 12 from deep. Tusculum has 9 points and 4 rebounds out of Inati Legist, while Corey Davis leads the Lions with 8 points. Halftime at Stanford Arena in favor of the Pioneers, 38-26. The final game on the docket is just underway. Lincoln Memorial and Emory and Henry are scoreless 30 seconds in over in Emory, Virginia. That's a look around the South Atlantic Conference at the ShopCNEagles.com scoreboard. We return to Holt Fieldhouse. Second half action. See who can break this 39-all tie between Carson-Newman and UVA Wise after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeingeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeingeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeingeagles.com today.
Since 1916, a lot of independent agents have recommended auto owner's insurance, and a lot of parents have taken that recommendation to heart. So have a lot of their children, and grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. As we celebrate our first 100 years, Auto Owners Insurance thanks all those who have put their trust in us, and all the generations who will.
This is Carson-Newman basketball.
Goes top of key. Pull up three. On the way. Got it. Charlie Clark dialing long distance with impunity.
On the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
Just like no two people are the same, no 2 days are the same. We start them and end them at different times. And in between, we all do very different things. Yet there is something we all have in common. Knowing your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative is here to power every moment of every day. Because no matter when it starts, we never stop.
Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy.
Halftime in Holt Fieldhouse coming to a close. A game dead even at the break, 39-39. Eagles did score the final 5 points of the period. Before we get the second half started, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID here on the Eagles Sports Network. Adam Cavalier courtside here at Holt Fieldhouse. Skip Roberts running the show back inside of network control. Our camera operator today is Gary LaPrairie. Replay operator Ian Johnson and our director Danny Wazork. Glad to have you along. Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Visit Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. UVA Wise basketball out of the break, trying to break this 39-all tie. Eagles stay in the matchup zone as Lightford works right wing with it. Over to the left wing. Bryson skip it out right wing and into Lauren Hodges' lap, our stats caller. It was tapped to her. Did a good job batting it away. They were more focused on the ball to input who the turnover was on. And the Eagles bring it front court. Bowens, right baseline. Bounce feed Thomas at the free throw line. Turn around, right hand hook, got it. 7 straight for the Eagles spanning the halftime break. It's a 41-39 lead for Carson-Newman. 19:25 to play in the second half. Cavs with it on the offensive end. High-low action deflected by Thomas. Back out to Lightford right wing. Cavs reset with Dean. Switch it Lightford left wing. Back up top Dean around to Bryson right wing. Dribbles inside, cut off by Joe Hall. Swirls it around. Lightford left wing. Open look at a 3 ball. Back of the 10, no good. Rebound batted around, and Uka collides with Dyer to pick up the foul, battling for the rebound. Second personal on Uka. First team foul on the Highland Cavaliers. 41-39, Eagles by 2. Carson-Newman in the pristine home whites, gallivants right to left with it. Bowens accelerating down to the right block, turns, hits Brennigan, wide open, right point, 3-ball, bottom for Brennigan. 10 straight for Carson-Newman, spanning the halftime break, and the Eagles have their biggest lead of the day, 44-39 with 18:45 to play in the second half. Brennigan, the second Eagle into double figures, he has 10. Cavs with it front court. Lightfoot down on the left block. Swirls it out to Lawson, right wing. Lawson dribbles into the paint, lobs up with the left hand, and finger rolls it home. Strong take for Luke Lawson. He's into double figures, the first Highland Cavalier with 10. 44-41, Eagles leading. That stops a 10-0 Carson-Newman run. Dump it into Thomas, left block. Thomas throws it down with two hands. Off the feed from Luke Brennigan from the right block. Luke's fourth dime, 46-41. Eagles by 5, 18-14 to play in the second half. Cavs with it on the offensive end. Dean, right point. Muscles his way inside of the free throw line. Twirls, passes, Lawson left block. Kick out Dean left wing. Steps left, fires up an uncontested three. It rattles in and out. Uka went up to go for a tip drill jam. That ball was falling, and Uka gets called for the offensive goaltend as a result. First goaltend that we've seen all season either way. 46-41. Eagles the lead and the ball moving right to left. Hard luck there for the Highland Cavaliers. Brennigan, right elbow, feeds Thomas at the free throw line, turns, right hand, hook, Thomas connects. Bryant Thomas has 8 points. He's a perfect 4-4 from the field, and the Eagles are on a 14-2 run, spanning the halftime break to take a 7-point lead. 48-41 with 17:30 to play in the second half. Cavs bring it left to right in the all-black jerseys. Lightford tosses over to the right wing for Dean. Knifes inside, kick out. Lawson, left wing triple. Lawson converts. Lawson is 2 of 3 from range. He has 13 points to lead the Cavaliers, and that cuts Carson-Newman's lead down to 4. 48-44 with 17-19 to go in the second half. Eagles work right to left with the basketball. Thomas down inside to the left block. Swirls it up with the right hand. Hangs on the front lip of the rim and then falls off into Uka's hands. Eagles don't convert for the first time from the field to start the second half after a 4-4 start. Cavs get it back. Lawson down inside, turns, shot over top of Thomas, won't go. Uka, an offensive rebound. That's rejected by Dyer. Third chance, Lightford. Lightford leaps, passes Dean. Touch it over to Bryson, left corner. Fires up a three. Front of the 10. Bending. No. Joe Hall out of the fray with the rebound. Eagles get the stop. Float up the floor. Dyer, right wing. Stops and lobs to Bowens, right baseline. Bowens muscles it inside, pumps, leans into Lawson, lays it up. Lawson blocks it from behind and comes over with the board for the Highland Cavaliers. Cavs front court, left corner, Bryson a triple. UVA Wise has buried 2 second-half threes and 9 for the game. It's keeping them in it. 9 of 18 for the game for the Cavs. They're down by 1. Eagles the other way with 16-15 to go in the second half. Joe Hall, left baseline drive. Dish into the left corner, Dyer zings it out. Brennigan, right point. He jacks up a three and nails it. Luke Brennigan has buried 3 out of 5 triples, and Carson-Newman goes back on top by 4. 51-47, 4 minutes into the second half. Cavs front court. Lawson free throw line. Floats it up to Dean, right point. Around the horn it goes. Bryson, left corner. Drop it off for Uka. Pump fakes a three, drives the baseline, goes up with the right hand and dunks it running the lane. 51-49, Eagles by 2. 15:47 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman used a 14-2 run to build a 7-point lead spanning the halftime break. The Cavs countered with back-to-back threes with a 6-0 run to cut it away. Thomas out of the key. Off to Brennigan, left wing. Leaps and passes. Joe Hall, left corner. He quick triggers up a three. Back iron, no. Rebound batted up by Bowens. Taken by Bryson. He stumbles and taps it forward to Lightford, left wing. Cavs in transition. Dean scrambling. Right corner, 3-ball, and he drains it. Bradley Dean hits his second three, and the Cavs retake the lead. 52-51. It's a 9-2 UVA Wise run. 15-13 to play in the second half. Eagles front court. Thomas at the cup. Throws it down with 2 hands. I think the alley-oop was for Dyer, but Thomas cleans it up with the double-fisted flush. 53-52, 15 minutes to play second half. Cavs the other way. Head of the key for Bryson. Feeds Uka. And a bounce inside. Bryson. Turn and shoot. 10-footer. Won't go down. Thomas lost the handle on it out of bounds. And it stays with UVA Wise. Brings us to a break in the action. 14:51 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 53. UVA Wise 52. Both teams shooting the ball well after halftime. Eagles at 67%. The Cavs at 46%. Back to Holt after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeingeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeingeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeingeagles.com today.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Carson-Newman and UVA Wise both came into this game top 3 in the sack and field goal percentage defense, but it's been crisp offenses doing the job for both teams in this one. 53-52, Eagles up by 1 with 14:35 to play in the second half. Cavs go to the right corner for a 3-ball. It won't drop from Frooster, but McElhaney lost the rebound out of bounds to the left baseline, and it stays with UVA Wise. Cavs have gotten a slew of offensive boards. That's the 7th. It's led to a 7-2 advantage in terms of second chance points. Brooks out to the left wing for Frooster. Frooster back to Brooks. Around the horn to Lawson, right point. Feeds it right wing for Frooster. Back up top, Brooks. 6 to shoot. Frooster, right wing. Long 2 up. Missed it left. McElhaney skies for the board over top of Jason Brooks. And the Eagles race right to left with it with a 1-point lead. Luke Brennigan. Up top for McElhaney, motions with his left hand and hits Dyer left wing. Crossover move, hit Beaker at the free throw line. One dribble, turns, right hand, bunny up, strong, back of the 10. Lawson yanks down the rebound in the middle of the lane, and the Cavs can take the lead on this possession. Shot clock did not reset, so put 27 on it and give the Cavs the ball out of bounds in front of UVA Wise's bench. Lawson gets it into Zion Frooster. Left corner for Brooks. Brooks over to the left wing for Patrick Shelley. Back to Brooks in the left corner. Brooks, no high-low action. Backs it out to Dean and around the horn to the right wing for Frooster. Back up top, Dean. Cavs looking for space. Thought they found it in the right corner with Shelley. Drives the baseline, feathers up a 10-foot shot, airballed it right into Brooks' breadbasket. He takes it back up and gets it rejected out of bounds by Ben Beaker with 1 on the shot clock. So the Cavs will have to draw something up here. Dean will inbound from the left corner. Dean lobs in. It's tapped up by Dyer, and the shot clock expires. Shot clock violation on the Cavs. Eagle basketball. So the Eagles bring it from right to left. Left wing, Ren Dyer. Dyer muscles his way to the free throw line, turns and hits Beaker running the right side of the lane. Beaker over top of Brooks, can't get it to go off the window. Loss in the board, and the Cavs bring it left to right. They've missed 5 straight shots, but the Eagles haven't been able to take advantage of a 2-minute scoring drought. The lead is 1 for Carson-Newman. Brooks left of the lane, backs it up to Dean, head of the key. Brennigan flies by, steps right, and Dean hits the 3. Dean got the pump and dumped it in. 55-53, Cavs by 2, stopping a 2-minute scoring drought with that Dean triple. 12:45 to play, second half. Eagles turn it over. A steal by Frooster. Frooster racing to the rim, and McElhaney goes up to block him on the dunk attempt and foul him. Frooster will have to earn the points at the line. That is the first on McElhaney. And the first foul on the Eagles of the half. Luke Dykes and this crew have done a really nice job officiating this game. That's just the second foul call of the half. Granted, some of that might have to do with the fact that the teams are taking outside shots. Eagles haven't scored in 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And now, Frooster's at the line trying to extend a 2-point lead. Misses it off the front of the rim, no good. He's 3 for 10 at the line this season. One more free throw for Zion Frooster. Frooster lobs it up and converts nothing but strings. 56-53. UVA Wise has taken a 3-point lead with 12:38 to play in the second half. Eagles work at front court. McElhaney at the head of the key. Bounce feed. Dyer cutting to the basket. Dyer lost the handle on it going up, and Dean scrambles out of the fray with the rebound. Dean in transition. Falling to his right, doesn't get the layup to go. But a whistle and a foul. And Luke Dykes having a word with Alan Sutton as to whom the foul should be on, or potentially if it should be an and one. So no basket. And the foul goes on John Zhao. His second, team second. The Cavs look to extend the lead at the line with Bradley Dean. And Dean calmly sinks the first free throw. One more free throw for Bradley Dean. Dean shoots the second. It's good as well for the nation's sixth best free throw shooter. 58-53. UVA Wise has matched its biggest lead of the day off of a 6-0 run over the last 38 seconds. Eagles haven't scored in 2.5 minutes. 58-53 Highland Cavaliers with 12:12 to play in the second half. Eagles with it front court. Brennigan up for Zhao, head of the key. Pump fakes the three, picked up by Bryson man-to-man. Dribble handoff right corner for Dyer. He lobs inside. Ben Beeker touched out of bounds by Brooks, and it stays with Carson-Newman. InterDigital strives to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, internet marketing, mobile app and film production services. InterDigital, they are laser-focused on your success. John Zhao laser-focused as he hits a reverse layup from the left block to stop a 6-0 UVA Wise run and a 2.5-minute Eagles scoring drought. 58-55, Wise leading, 11:45 to play in the second half. And a good game here inside of Holt. Pass into the paint's deflected up, stolen away by Ben Beeker for the Eagles. Carson-Newman can tie with a three on this possession. Dyer, left wing, drives in on Lawson, gets to the left block. Dyer shoots. He's fouled on the floor before he got the shot up by Lawson. First on Lawson, second on the Highland Cavaliers, and it brings us to a break in the action. 11:31 to play in the second half. Cavs 58, Carson-Newman 55. We return to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
11:31 to play in the second half. It's a 58-55 lead for Carson-Newman over UVA Wise. It was around this time last year that the Eagles broke open what was a close game with a 15-0 run against the Highland Cavaliers inside of Holt for cruising to a double-digit win. Eagles would love for that in this situation. Brennigan at the left elbow, guarded tightly by Frooster. Leaps and lobs a pass down to Dyer, left block, but it's tapped out of bounds by Patrick Shelley. And it stays with Carson-Newman. With 11:24 to play and 13 on the shot clock. 3 ties it for Carson-Newman. Bowens muscling his way inside to the left block. Twirls into the paint, pumps up and under move. Bowens lays it in with the right hand. Tyler Bowens did that one all by himself. He has 8 points, and the Eagles cut it to 1. 58-57, 11:08 to play in the second half. Cavs work it from left to right. Bryson left wing. Goes up top for Frooster, around to the right wing for Dean. Dean back to the left point, Bryson. Cavs circle it around against the zone. Dean drives, right elbow, pull up, 15-footer. Dean converts. Bradley Dean has 13 points and has started the heat up here after halftime. He has 10 in the second half. The Eagles work at front court. Head of the key, Brennigan, left open for 3. Missed it on line, but strong off the back iron. Frooster the long rebound on the perimeter left side for the Highland Cavaliers. 10:30 to play second half. UVA Wise 60, Carson-Newman 57. Cavs work it from left to right. Dean works it around the perimeter to the left wing for Bryson. Back up top, Dean, head of the key. Dribbles to the left elbow, hands off Bryson, accelerates, free throw line, 15-footer, spins out left side. Bowens cleans up the glass for the Eagles. Carson-Newman rolls right to left. Dyer to the left block. Dyer draws a blocking foul on Ben Bryson, who is shuffling and going airborne, trying to draw the charge. That's a third personal on Ben Bryson, a third team foul on the Highland Cavaliers, and 2 free throws for Ren Dyer. Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider, providing Jefferson City with ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband. Let them serve you. Visit trilite.net. 2 free throws for Ren Dyer, and he calmly sinks the first. He's got 8 points. Makes it a 2-point game, 60-58. One more free throw for Dyer. Dyer, 2 bounces, bends the knees, shoots the second, and knocks it down. 1-point game, 60-59. Been back and forth. 4 ties, 19 lead changes. Neither team is led by more than 7. That was Carson-Newman after a 14-2 run spanning the halftime break. Then the Cavs went on a 6-0 burst to erase it and take a lead. They've been in front ever since. UVA Wise works it left to right. Eagle defense looking for a stop. Limited the Cavs to 39% shooting after halftime, but they've made 4 of 9 triples and 11 of 22 for the game. That's the reason UVA Wise has the lead. It's the 3-point shot. Dean, right wing with 10 to shoot. Goes up top to Lightford. Dribbles right around a screen to the right elbow. Twirls around, backs it out, head of the key, Brooks. Brooks with 3 on the shot clock. Fires the triple. Spins out, no good. Thomas snags the rebound. His 4th, and the Eagles bring it from right to left. Thomas down the middle of the lane. He draws a blocking foul on Lightford, who was trying to draw a charge. Lightford was shuffling when Thomas made contact. Second on Lightford. 4th team foul on the Cavaliers. On Uka and Luke Lawson check back in, replacing Shelley and Brooks. On shooting foul for Thomas. Ball triggered into Joe Hall left of the lane. Joe Hall with the left hand spins it in. Nice side spin feed for Dyer, and Joe Hall uses some English to spin it in off the window. 61-60, Eagles retake the lead. Our 20th lead change the contest. 9:10 to play in the second half. Cavs onto the offensive end. Bryson left wing. Goes up top for Dean, and Dean at the free throw line is hand checked by Monty Joe Hall. First on Joe Hall, the 3rd on the Eagles. Shot clock resets to 20, and Luke Lawson will inbound from in front of his own bench. 61-60, Eagles by a point. Game was tied at the half. Cavs go inside. Uka pumps, lays it up, and pushes it in off the window through contact with Thomas. Ron Uka with 13 points on 5 of 9 shooting. 62-61, Cavs retake the lead. Eagles the other way. Bowens works inside on Lawson. Spins, lost the handle on it, and it's scooped up by Bryson at the right elbow. 8th turnover for Carson-Newman, just the second of the second half. Cavs look to take advantage with a 1-point lead in hand. Dean, left around a Lawson screen, accelerates into the lane, shoots from 10, missed it long off the heel. Thomas rises up to pull down the rebound. Eagles float it from right to left. Dyer accelerating front court, down the right side of the lane, all the way to the cup, missed the layup. Bowens gets the offensive rebound. He sticks it up and in with the right hand. 6th board for Tyler Bowens. He's into double figures for the 2nd time this season. Eagles back in front, 63-62, 7:55 to play in the 2nd half. Cavs, backdoor cut, Uka, poked in from the baseline. Brennigan steals it away at the left elbow. Eagles front court, hit Thomas left block. Thomas into the lane, and he dragged his pivot foot. He had Bowens steamrolling for a dunk if he could have controlled his pivot. Instead, the Eagles turn it over for a 3rd time. 7:43 to play in the 2nd half. Carson-Newman 63, UVA Wise 62. Have some popcorn on hand from this one. Finish should be a good one. Eagles trying to stay perfect all time against the Highland Cavaliers when we come back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Light is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
7:43 to play in the 2nd half. Carson-Newman holds a 63-62 lead over UVA Wise. The Highland Cavaliers on the plus side of 60. First time that the Eagles have given up more than 60 in a game in 3 contests. UVA Wise on to the offensive end, looking to retake the lead in what has been a back-and-forth game. 4 ties, 22 lead changes. Uka, bounce pass into the left block, kick it back out left wing for Dean. Dean up for Lightford, head of the key, back to Dean left wing. Dean works inside on Zhao, cut off, swirls it back out to Lightford, head of the key. Lightford drives on Brennigan, 7 to shoot. Round to Dean, left wing, pump fakes, steps left, fires an open 3, and Dean connects. UVA Wise has been disciplined on the flybys, and Bradley Dean has connected on his 4th triple of the contest to put UVA Wise back on top 65-63 with 7:05 to play in the 2nd half. Eagles onto the offensive end looking for an answer. Dyer left to the lane. He gets tied up with Shelley, and Dyer called for an offensive foul. Dyer with the shove off picks up his 2nd and the team's 4th. Ball back to the Highland Cavaliers, who can extend a 2-point lead on this possession. UVA Wise has buried 12 of 24 threes. They have been efficient and effective, and 4 of the 5 starters have all knocked down multiple triples on better than 50% clips. UVA Wise on the offensive end. Dean, left wing on top of the NCAA logo. He drives on McElhaney, backs it out left corner, bounces it to the left elbow for Shelley. Screen and roll back to Dean, free throw line, fades from 15, rims out, and Dyer snares the rebound. Lobs it up the middle of the floor to Brennigan, who brings it front court. Eagles down by 2. McElhaney over to Dyer, right wing. Dyer left hand dribbles. Skip it into the left corner for Zhao. Zhao motions with his left hand for a screen, takes it, shoots a 3 behind it. Can't connect off the front of the rim, but he's fouled. John Zhao gets collided by Ron Uka for his 3rd and the team's 5th. And as a result, John Zhao gets to shoot 3 free throws. 39-39, that was the halftime score. Wise has outscored the Eagles 26-24 in the 2nd half and has a 2-point lead in hand. Cavs trying to pick up their 1st win all time against Carson-Newman. First of 3 free throws, snaps the strings for John Zhao to make it a 1-point game. These teams met 5 times back in the 70s when UVA Wise was known as Clinch Valley College at Wise. Eagles won all 5 of those meetings as Zhao connects on the second and tied up at 65. Teams met twice in 2000, with the Eagles taking both, and have met every year since 2016. Third free throw for John Zhao. Buttery smooth down through the hole. Carson-Newman retakes the lead. 66-65. 5 ties, 24 lead changes in what has been the definition of a seesaw affair. Cavs onto the offensive end, trailing by a point. Can the Eagles get a stop? Lawson at the right elbow. Hits Dean, head of the key, around to the left wing, Lightford. Dribbles inside, skip it out. It's into the bench. A turnover for the Highland Cavaliers. They're 7th of the game and 5th of the half. Can Carson-Newman take advantage of a rare UVA Wise miscue? Brennigan, McElhaney, Thomas, Zhao, Dyer on the floor for Carson-Newman. Dyer with it left wing. Dribbles to the head of the key, chest pass right wing, Zhao. Zhao draws 2 defenders, passes McElhaney up top, 14 to shoot. Out of Brennigan left wing, leaps and feeds McElhaney left of the lane, bangs his way into Lawson, shoots high off the glass, front iron won't go down. Shelley snatches up the rebound, and the Cavaliers bring it left to right, down by 1. Lawson wants a right wing 3, and he converts. 13th made 3 for UVA Wise. They retake the lead, 68-66, 5:13 to go in the second half. Eagles the other way. Dyer, hop step into the lane with the right hand, Euros it in. Strong take by Ren Dyer. He's the 5th Eagle into double figures with 11. All square at 68 with 4:57 to play in the second half. Cavs onto the offensive end. Dean dishes out Lightford, head of the key, over to Uka in the left corner. Uka, baseline drive cut off by McElhaney. Backs it out, Lawson left corner, out for Lightford, a left wing 3, off the mark, back iron. Dyer rises up to pull down the rebound, and the Eagles bring it right to left. Brennigan into the front court. Left wing, lobs Thomas left lane, hop step to the right block. He's met at the summit and erased by Patrick Shelley. Lightford out of the fray with the board. Wise looking to break a 68 all tie. 6 ties, 25 lead changes. Neither team's led by more than 7. Cavs down low. Dean blocked by Dyer, but fouled before that from behind by Bryant Thomas. Second personal on Thomas, 15 foul on the Eagles. 4:15 to go in the second half. We are all square at 68. And Bradley Dean, who is 6th in the country in free throw shooting, gets 2. Dean flicks up the first free throw and calmly converts. Nothing but strings. 69-68, Cavs back on top. One more free throw for Bradley Dean. Holds the ball on his left hip. Asai, 2 dribbles. Second free throw, missed it long off the heel. Dyer the rebound, lost the handle on it. Dean dispossession, loose ball to the left wing, and Luke Brennigan ends up tripping Lightford. First on Brennigan, 6th on the Eagles. Bradley Dean with the stick-to-itiveness to knock it away from Ren Dyer. And the Cavaliers get the ball out of bounds with a 1-point lead and 4:10 to play. Eagles have shot the ball well, 51% from the field, but UVA Wise has made 8 more threes than Carson-Newman. And despite the fact that the Eagles have hit 3 more shots and 1 more free throw, that has been enough to make up the difference. Points off turnovers are even, rebounding is even. Wise has 3 more second chance points. It's been the 3-point shooting. And have the Cavs in front. And the lack thereof on the flip for Carson-Newman. Eagles 5 of 16 from deep. Dean, right wing with the rock. 2 passes over to the left wing for Shelley. Bounce it, head of the key, Lightford. 5 on the shot clock. Lightford, step back, NBA range. Head of the key, knocks it down. High difficulty from deep. Cavs by 4. Lightford into double figures. The 5th Cav, he's got 11. 72-68, UVA Wise the lead. Carson-Newman looking for an answer offensively. Zhao, right wing. Up top for Thomas at the head of the key. Chest pass, Brennigan, left corner. Catch 3, he's fouled in the act of shooting. by, I presume, Lightford. And that indeed is the case. Third personal on Kalen Lightford. Sixth team foul on the Cavaliers. We come to a break. 3:30 to play in the second half. UVA Wise 72, Carson-Newman 68. Cavs looking for their first win ever against the Eagles. Luke Brennigan will try to knock down 3 free throws to make it a 1-point game when we get back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Light is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
3:30 to play in the second half, 72-68. UVA Wise has the lead in what has been an inside offensive clinic for the Eagles and an outside offensive clinic for the Cavaliers. UVA Wise has made 2 fewer shots than Carson-Newman and 1 fewer free throw as Luke Brennigan knocks down the first of 3. But the Cavs are 14 of 27 from deep to make up that difference, and that's the reason they lead by 3 right now. Brennigan, second of 3, calmly connects on that one, 72-70. Eagles down by 2, 3:30 to play. One more free throw for Luke Brennigan. Floats it up and drills all 3. 1-point game. 72-71 in favor of the Cavs with 3:30 to play in the second half. Eagles looking for a defensive stop. Lightford dribbling around. Eagles look to trap at the top of the zone as he crossed the timeline, but they back off. Zone extended out. Lightford. Head of the key. Gets it into the right wing for Lawson. Back up to Lightford up top, and John Zhao hand checks him. Free throws for the Cavaliers. Third personal on John Zhao. 7th team foul on Carson-Newman. And it'll be 1-1 for Kalen Lightford. He is formidable at the line. 15 of 17 on the year. First free throws of the day for him. 1-1. Front end is on the way. Lightford calmly knocks it down. 2-point game. 73-71. 3:09 to play in the second half. In favor of UVA Wise in a game that's featured 6 ties and 25 lead changes. Second free throw. Lightford knocks down both. 3-point game. 74-71. Eagles trail. 3:07 to play in the second half. Eagles work it right to left. Zhao. Left wing, hits Brennigan head of the key, around to Dyer right wing. Dyer, left around to McElhaney screen, accelerates into the lane, shot up from 15. Dyer connects from the free throw line. 13 for Ren Dyer. 74-73, Eagles cut it to 1 with 2:42 to play in the second half. Cavaliers onto the offensive end. Lightford lost the ball across the timeline. And Lightford will at long last pick it up after draining 5 seconds off the clock for the over and back call. 6th turnover of the half for the Cavaliers and the 8th of the game. Dyer, McElhaney, Thomas, Brennigan, Zhao on the floor for Carson-Newman. Lawson, Brooks, Dean, Shelley, and Lightford for the Cavaliers. Eagles can retake the lead on this possession with 2:22 to play in the second half. High-low action, Thomas right block. Draws a double team. Gets stripped as he goes up. Loose ball left of the lane. Whistle. And players tied up. There's 4 on the shot clock. Jump ball, possession arrow stays with Carson-Newman. And the Eagles will need to move quickly. Trailing by 1 with 2:14 to go. Inbounds will come from the left baseline, but first, Chuck Benson wants to chat things over. $2:15 to go in the second half. UVA Wise 74, Carson-Newman 73. We return to Holt Fieldhouse following these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
What is it that makes you powerful? It's not only having a voice, but knowing that it's heard loud and clear. We understand knowledge can change your life, and that energy will continue to power it. And because you're part of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we're always listening. Because you're more than just a customer, you're a member. And what's more powerful than that?
AEC, bringing the winning game plan to your team.
2:15 to go in the second half. 74-73. UVA Wise has the lead. The Eagles have the ball with 4 on the shot clock. After a jump ball, Dyer will inbound from the left side. Dyer triggers in Brennigan, left short corner, fades from 15, missed it. McElhaney taps the rebound, but to Bradley Dean, and the Cavaliers get the stop. And the ball leading by 1 with 2:05 to play in the second half. Tough shot for Brennigan. McElhaney nearly had the offensive board, but lost it. Eagles looking for a stop now with under 2 minutes to go, down by 1. Dean, right wing. Zhao there with a high hand. Dean dribbles to the head of the key, 8 and 7. Dean to the right wing, 5 and 4. Hands off Lawson, right wing for 3. Back iron, no. Thomas the box out. 100 seconds left. Eagles with the rock, down by 1. Dyer accelerates front court. Leaps and hits Brennigan right wing. Brennigan left around to Thomas screen. Goes back to Dyer right corner. Dyer into the lane. Around to McElhaney left wing. Go hand off Brennigan head of the key. Brennigan into the left corner. Zhao, catch 3. Nylon for Zhao. Eagles lead 76-74 with 75 seconds left. Big time late game corner 3 from John Zhao. Eagles looking for a stop. Lightford at the head of the key. Hands off Lawson up top. Lawson floats it back to Lightford. 10 to shoot, minute to play. Lightford over to the left wing for Shelley. Shelley inside on Zhao. Flips it back out. Dean left wing. Dean into the lane. Heaves one up from the right elbow. Hit nothing and bounces out of bounds. Carson-Newman ball with 50 seconds left. Stellar defensive possession for Carson-Newman. And in comes Monty Johal to replace Camden McElhaney. 76-74. Carson-Newman a 2-point lead and 50 seconds left. Wise hasn't scored in 2 minutes and 19 seconds. And Blake Mellinger calls for time. .50 seconds left, 76-74. Carson-Newman the lead by 2, thanks to a John Zhao corner 3. Eagles have shot 52% from the field and have made 4 more shots and 2 more free throws than UVA Wise. But the Highland Cavaliers have buried 14 of 28 threes to make up for that. But the Eagles have the ball with a 2-point lead in hand after getting a stop and forcing a high-difficulty elbow jumper from Bradley Dean deep in the shot clock. Cavs haven't scored in 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Eagles looking for a fine offensive possession here with 50 on the game clock and 30 on the shot clock. Trying to make it a 2-possession game. Full court pressure on for the Highland Cavaliers. Dyer triggers into John Zhao. He gets it into Luke Brennigan's hands. Lightford sticks to him as Brennigan brings it across the timeline left side. Lightford pressuring Brennigan. It's Dyer head of the key. Over to the right wing, Zhao. Dean on him. Up top for Thomas, 12 to shoot. Thomas drives to the free throw line, stops, right hand, floater, got it, count it, and a foul! Bryant Thomas into the teeth of Jason Brooks. He picks up his first and the team's seventh. 78-74, Eagles have a 2-possession lead with 28 ticks left. A 7-0 run for Carson-Newman here in stretch time. Strong by Bryant Thomas, and he can make it a 5-point game at the line. Thomas, 3 dribbles, floats it up, and barely moves the strings. 79-74, an 8-0 run for Carson-Newman. They're up by 5. Cavs onto the offensive end quickly. Lawson, left point, a 3. He cans it. Timeout, UVA Wise, with 19.1 seconds left. 79-77. And Blake Mellinger calls a full timeout with 19.1 seconds left. Lawson, a deep 3, the 15th make of the game for UVA Wise. And it brings them within 2. Eagles will have to inbound and make some free throws here down the stretch. UVA Wise much improved from last year's 4-win team. Credit to Blake Mellinger and his staff. Carson-Newman had won the last 4 meetings all by double figures. This one has been sensational. 6 ties, 26 lead changes. And the Eagles trying to hang on at home now. 6 Carson-Newman players in double figures. 5 UVA Wise players in double figures. It's been the Eagles' inside game against the Cavs' outside game. And so far, the Eagles have done just enough. We're going to need to play clean and hit some free throws down the stretch. And even with that, Cavs' marksmanship might be trading 3s for 2s. Crucial to knock down freebies. Dyer, Joe Hall, Brennigan, Zhao, Thomas on the floor for Carson-Newman. Lawson, Lightford, Shelley, Dean, and Bryson for the Highland Cavaliers. Lawson guards the inbounder, Dyer, who can run the baseline. Baseball pass ahead to Zhao into the front court, and Zhao is hit immediately by Bradley Dean. What a feed for Rin Dyer. That was something out of Brock Pursley's playbook. Dean picks up his first, the team's 8th. Eagles sub offense for defense with McElhaney in for Joe Hall. And John Zhao will shoot 1 and 1. (79-77). Eagles by 2 with 17.2 seconds left. Zhao, front end of the 1 and 1 is on the way. Down through the hole, back to a 3-point game. 80-77, 17.2 ticks left. An 8-0 run and a 2.5-minute scoring drought for the Cavs has given Carson-Newman this lead late. Zhao's second free throw makes it a 2-score game. 81-77 with 17.2 left. Dean picks up the ball and brings it front court to the head of the key. Hits Lawson up top, high hand there for Zhao. Lawson, left point, dribbles around. 3 glazes off the front iron, no good. Second chance won't fall. Rebound lost out of bounds with 6.7 seconds left. Last touch by Camden McElhaney. 6.7 seconds left. Eagles by 4. Dean to trigger left baseline. Lobs into the head of the key. It's taken by Lightford. Curls around, head of the key, straight on triple. Right iron, no good. Dyer saves the rebound in. Buzzer sounds. Ball game over. Eagles hang on. What a game. 6 ties, 26 lead changes, but an 8-0 Carson-Newman run late gets Carson-Newman a 4-point win when it comes down to winning time. Fantastic South Atlantic Conference basketball action on display tonight here in Holt. And the Eagles improve to 7-2 and 2-0 in the league, while UVA Wise, a hard luck loser in a third straight game, falls to 6-3 and 0-2 in South Atlantic Conference play. This was a dandy. And Carson-Newman comes out victorious by a final score of 81-77. Domino's postgame report is headed your way when we come back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Grab a slice. Our coverage of CN Hoops continues with the Domino's postgame report on the Eagles Sports Network.
Since 1916, a lot of independent agents have recommended auto owner's insurance, and a lot of parents have taken that recommendation to heart. So have a lot of their children, and grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. As we celebrate our first 100 years, Auto Owners Insurance thanks all those who have put their trust in us, and all the generations who will.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is the Domino's post-game report on the Eagles Sports Network.
The outlet to Nick Brennigan, racing to the rim, finger rolls it home with the right hand.
Your stats breakdown, a conversation with Chuck Benson, and player interviews are all headed your way. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that service built. By the Aramark, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By the Tennessee National Guard, a generation of volunteers. By Food City, value every day. By Tri-Light, dream big with gig. By Quality Suites of Morristown, an official hotel of the Carson-Newman Eagles. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagle. Let's head back to the arena and the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, back courtside at Holt Fieldhouse, where Carson-Newman collects a thrilling 81-77 win over the University of Virginia's College at Wise and the Highland Cavaliers. And let's get straight to our AEC electrifying play of the game. John Zhao, corner three with 90 seconds left, part of an 8-0 run that turned the contest in Carson-Newman's favor. Around to McElhaney left wing. Little handoff. Brennigan head of the key. Brennigan into the left corner. Zhao, catch three. Nylon for Zhao. Eagles lead. That is our AEC electrifying play of the game. Make the right call for energy efficiency and score big savings today. Contact AEC. They are your trusted energy partner. AEC, powering the Carson-Newman Eagles, Mossy Creek, and your life. After all, you're not just a utility customer. You are a co-op member. Really can't understate what a dandy of a game this was. As back and forth, I think, as you can find. 26 lead changes in this one to go along with 6 ties. Carson-Newman gets the last lead change, though, and it was on that Zhao 3. That goes down as our AEC electrifying play of the game as a result. That and Carson-Newman's free throw shooting, just off the charts elite. 15 of 15 at the line for Carson-Newman as a team. Eagles perfect from the stripe when shooting at least 10 free throws for the first time since they went 11 for 11 against Catawba 3 years ago, and absolutely needed it tonight in collecting an 81-77 win over UVA Wise. This was entertaining. This was about Carson-Newman's interior game and ability to get to the line against Wise's ability from deep. UVA Wise came in 6th in the country in three-point field goal percentage, and that was certainly on display today. Cavs knocked down a 15 of 31. That's 40%. But they did miss shots late down the stretch from beyond the arc, and that's what ends up turning the tide. UVA Wise goes 2.5 minutes without scoring while the Eagles go on that 8-0 run. In fact, outside of that loss in 3 that made it a 2-point game with, 20 seconds left, the Cavs had missed 3 straight threes prior to that. And when you're knocking him down at 48%, that's a thing. There was a sliver of daylight in UVA Wise. If there is a knock on this much improved group from Blake Mellinger, they've struggled to close out games. Had that happen to him against Young Harris 2 games ago. Had a little swoon late against Tusculum last time out, and again it happens here today against Carson-Newman. But a team that has already surpassed its win total from a year ago. The Highland Cavaliers are much improved and have already done some things to figure out ways to win. This a game where it certainly does show up a little bit that the Eagles are a bit more veteran than UVA Wise. But, man, I tell you, UVA Wise, night and day different from where they were a year ago, and that's a credit to Blake Mellinger and his staff. So while the Cavs were knocking down threes, again, 15 of 31 from beyond the arc, they struggled inside. UVA Wise only shoots 40% from the field for the game and goes 12 of 32 in the second half. That's 38%. Here's the threes, plain and simple. 15 of 31 from beyond the arc. Inside the stripe, 11 of 34. So UVA Wise shoots roughly 33% from the field inside the three-point arc. But beyond it, they made their hay. Meanwhile, Carson-Newman offensive efficiency was right there. They shoot better than 50% from the field for a second consecutive contest and have done so in back-to-back league games. 52.6% from the field for Carson-Newman and 56% from the field after halftime. Eagles didn't shoot a ton of threes. They were just 6 of 17. But, boy, in the second half were they critical. And included in that is, of course, John Zhao's go-ahead bucket with 90 seconds left, part of that 8-0 run. Balanced scoring both ways. UVA Wise has 5 players finish in double figures. First time that an Eagle opponent has had 5 players score in double figures since Lincoln Memorial did so on February 23rd last year. Jordan Guest, Matthew Sells, Jordan Walters, Alex Dolling, and Chase Rankin, all in that category for the Rail Splitters. Today, it was all 5 starters for UVA Wise. Luke Lawson leads the way with 19 points. Very efficient, 7 of 13 from the field and 4 of 7 from 3. He's followed by the league's second leading scorer, Bradley Dean, with 17 points. His efficiency inside the arc was impacted. Dean, 5 of 13 from the field and 4 of 7 from beyond the arc. UVA Wise did have 2 guys knock down 4 threes. And then after Dean, you get Lightford and Uka, both with 13 apiece. Lightford was 3 of 7 from beyond the arc. And then Ben Bryson finished with 10 on 3 of 9 shooting. 0 for 4 inside the arc, 3 for 5 beyond it. UVA Wise even with Carson-Newman in the rebound battle. That's an accomplishment considering the Eagles came in plus 11 on the glass, 7th in the country in rebound margin. It didn't feel like rebounding impacted the game other than the Cavs got some offensive boards and had some second chance opportunities, but they really didn't convert. 11 offensive rebounds, just converted 3 of those into second chance points. It just boils down to the Eagles' work inside. Carson-Newman 6 of 17 from outside the three-point arc, and 24 of 40 inside the three-point stripe. So Carson-Newman's ability to get the ball inside and go to work against UVA Wise is what ends up besting the Highland Cavaliers, who shot the cover off the ball from long range. We continue on the Domino's post-game report. Adam Cavalier against a man who, when he's stressed, his lip sweats really uncomfortably and worrisomely to the fact where you'd ask him to go see a doctor. That's Chuck Benson, the head coach of the Eagles. Chuck, this one was a stressful one. Really entertaining, though.
Yeah.
6 ties, 26 lead changes. The old Ken Sparksism, how's your heart after an 8-0 run late to turn the game on its head after Wise was up by 4 late?
I told our guys maybe 7:44, the 8-minute media basically at 7:44. I told them, I was like, man, I could just sense that those guys are so hungry. Wise is so hungry that if we don't match and exceed their hunger, shame on us. And our guys came out and exceeded that and defended in a really sound way that last 7.5 minutes, and then converted shots, free throws. John obviously made a big shot, big corner 3 there. So I was really pleased with the way we finished the game, especially in winning time, that last 4-minute media.
Break down what goes down over the final. Let's go 3:30. You were down 72-68. Go on that 8-0 run, and let's start with Zhao's triple off of a feed from Brennigan in the left corner. That's the moment where you go up and then hit free throws the rest of the way to win it going away.
Well, that was it. I mean, John, that's the 3rd time this year he's taken a shot, late in the game. He made a big shot for us that sort of propelled us to a win down at Clayton State. He makes this one today that propels us, puts us forward. And then he had a good shot against Columbus here to do the same. So he works hard. He has a lot of confidence. Our team wants him to take those kind of shots. Glad he found an open shot because they were hard to come by today. They were hard to find open shots. But that was sort of like the when we got that lead, I think our guys knew, like, at this moment, if we can get stops, we're going to get to the line. If we just get stops, we're going to get to the line because they got a foul, and that's the way we finished it out.
Elite free throw shooting, 15 of 15, didn't miss, and couldn't miss. Every single one of those points mattered. Is this payoff? Where does the preparation come to see this payoff at the line?
We do it every day in practice. It's a point of emphasis. We don't overemphasize it. We tell our guys all the time, at the end of the day, this is all about other things than free throws. But we're going to spend a little time working on it. But we don't want to create anything, put anything in their head, or make anything excessively pressurized for them. They step up there with confidence and shoot the ball with confidence, and that's what we want them to do.
Phenomenal balance, both teams. Wise's came from beyond the arc. All 5 starters knocked down a 3. Were you willing to concede that today for how you defended in the interior, only let them shoot 33% inside the three-point line?
Yes. Pure and simple, yes. Now, they shot them well. I did think they found they took advantage of some of our miscues, some of our mistakes, and that's a credit to them. But when we were sound, they struggled to get clean looks. We've got to go back to the drawing board and improve and not allow those breakdowns to occur in the first place. But when push came to shove there late, we had a lineup on the floor, Luke, John, Ren, Mac, and BT that we felt really comfortable in them getting stops, and they did that. And they didn't give up clean, easy ones. But yes, you're spot on. Like we made a big deal to our guys. Styles make fights, as you know. Styles make fights. And, if they were going to come here and beat us, and they were going to have to really, really do it from behind the arc.
That feels dangerous against a team that came in 6th in the country in three-point percentage.
Yeah.
Why? Why go that route against a team who's, at least in the early going, their strength has been from long range?
Like I said, of their 15 makes, half of them were our breakdowns. Half of them were our mistakes. It's still, Kevin, we're still first semester.
Yeah.
Our team is not playing our best basketball yet. Okay? So, I mean, we will continue to improve and iron out the wrinkles, so to speak. But kudos to them. They did capitalize on those mistakes we made. But I think had we been more sound, I think it would have been more difficult for them to get the clean looks. But inevitably, we want to limit variety. We want to limit variety, and we want to diversify our scoring, and we want to minimize or limit the variety of the opponents. And I thought to some degree we did that today.
Prime Luke Brennigan, 16 points. He leads your team in scoring. 6 assists. That's old hat with just 1 turnover. What did you see from your senior guard tonight?
Well, we got from him exactly what we needed. An old veteran that knows how to play, knows how to compete in these kind of games, knows how to win in these kind of games. And like you said, there's so much balance. I mean, he did that. I thought Ren had a great day. Bryant Thomas had a really important second half there to start us. So many guys. You know, McElhaney plays 18 minutes, and again, 2 points, 2 rebounds, and assist. But he literally was like the cornerstone of our defense after the 8 media. So, I mean, but it doesn't show up on the stat sheet, you know. But so many guys did so many good things, and I'm not surprised because I've got confidence in our players and confidence in what they do.
Can you put into words just how improved UVA Wise is from last year?
It's the biggest turnaround I've seen from any team in my 13 years as head coach here. Period. Biggest turnaround I've seen. They're a competitor, but I've got a lot of respect. Got a relationship with Blake Mellinger, the head coach, and I'm happy. I'm happy for them. And what they've been able to turn around, so to speak. Having said all that, we got to play them again. So, I hope that day's a miserable day for them. So 363 days a year, let it be beautifully blessed. 2 days a year, not so much.
All right, turn your attention to a second straight home game. Mars Hill comes in, first-year head coach. What do you have to do to improve upon this one with the Lions coming to town?
Well, obviously, all of our guys are happy that first semester's over academically. Finals are behind us, and now we're just waiting to see how the grades have turned out. But I'm confident our guys academically. Basically get back in here on Monday and go over the mistakes we did make tonight defensively, try to correct those, and then really put all of our focus, after focusing on ourselves, put all of our focus on the opponent. And again, like you said, first-year head coach, a really reconstructed roster at Mars Hill. We really don't know what to expect, so I'll have to do some homework on that tomorrow afternoon and put together a plan for our guys to go out and execute come next Wednesday.
Chuck Benson, pleasure as always. Congrats on a thrilling 81-77 win over UVA Wise.
Thanks, Cap.
That is Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. When we return, John Zhao to the microphone after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
Miss out on tonight's postgame interviews? Check cneagles.com for stats, recaps, and videos from tonight's games. We close out the Domino's postgame report in 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Trilight is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Trilight. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
Back on the Domino's postgame report as Carson-Newman collects an 81-77 win over UVA Wise. Back-to-back wins for Carson-Newman. I'm Adam Cavalier, joined courtside by the gentleman who hit the big shot. 90 seconds left. John Zhao had our AEC electrifying play of the game, corner three. Second time this season where you've knocked down a big corner three late to put Carson-Newman up. You did it at Clayton State. You do it again here today. Break down what made that play successful.
Well, first of all, it just comes down to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for giving me the ability and the opportunity to be in that position. And then next it goes down to my teammates trusting in me, and they've trusted in me with that shot. Last time I had that opportunity, I didn't seal the deal, and today they still trusted in me, and it worked out. So it goes to them, and it goes to God.
The what you referred to is the Columbus State game,
Mm-hmm.
Which was also a good look, just didn't go down. You had that. You also had free throws.
Yes, sir.
Both as an individual and as a team. 5 for 5 at the stripe. Carson-Newman doesn't miss, 15 of 15. How? Is it just pure preparation? But a lot of those were pressure late.
They are pressure. I will say we have been shooting free throws in practice every day, so we've been putting an emphasis on that. And then next, Luke's free throws were clutch. I ended up making my 5, and I mean, in practice and individual practices, we put an emphasis on focusing on free throws, being locked in, being present to the moment, and then it just, the numbers were in our favor. We ended up shooting 15 for 15.
This is a crazy game. 6 ties, 26 lead changes, at least since I've been tracking lead changes over the last 4 years. The most lead changes in a game.
Mm-hmm.
How did you maintain poise throughout some really back-and-forth basketball to deliver that knockout blow with 90 seconds left?
Credit to them. They are much improved from last season, and then they're good enough, and they're going to be a good team this year. I mean, you could just tell by how they fought, how much they cared, and we were just locked in, and it didn't. We were just staying present. Coach tells us, stay locked in, eliminate the outside distractions. Don't be too cool, and that's what we did today, because we could have just got down on ourselves. Oh, they're not going away, but we just stayed with it and ended up working out in our favor.
Turn your attention now to another home game. Mars Hill comes in, first-year head coach. Pretty much a brand-new roster, not a lot of holdover from last year. What do you have to do to grow from a really tight competitive game with the Lions coming in here on Wednesday?
We're just going to take these next couple of days prepare, and I saw before I came up here that they're playing with Tusculum pretty close, and I know they have this freshman that's pretty good. So we're just gonna, prepare, mentally prepare, physically prepare, and I think we'll be ready for them.
John,
and,
thanks for the time. Congrats on the big shot to
yes, sir.
Put Carson-Newman in front with 90 seconds left.
Thank you.
That is sophomore guard John Zhao here on the Domino's post-game report. Eagle fans, a reminder that Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. So when you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Whether you're a student looking for a late-night snack or just out to eat with your coworkers, Domino's has a deal for you. Get a large one-topping pie for $5.99 with your Carson-Newman ID, or get 25% off your entire order when you bring in your business card at lunch. Domino's, it is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Joined here on the Domino's post-game report, Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman's leading scorer today, senior guard Luke Brennigan. Luke, had he play? Veteran play. 16 points, 6 assists, just 1 turnover. What'd you see from yourself and from your team in the definition of a seesaw battle? 26 lead changes, but the final one belongs to Carson-Newman.
Yeah, I mean, Wise has obviously gotten a lot better. And we took some punches, they took some punches, and we just figured out how to pull out a win. We trusted our execution on offense and defense and ended up pulling it out.
You had the assist to get John Zhao, the corner 3 that put you up for good with 90 seconds left. Break down what happened on that play.
Yeah, I mean, I just came off a ball screen. I saw a little bit of help. I trust him, really good shooter. He's obviously proven he can do it before. We all trust him, so I just give it up, find the open guy, and he knocks it down. I mean, twice this year already. So
this was a 26 lead changes. That hasn't happened in the Carson-Newman game in the last 4 years. How did you and this team maintain poise in what was a haymaker for haymaker fight until the final 2 minutes?
How do we just trust what we do? Really just keep trying to get the ball inside. Shot 15 from the free throw line. Really just trusting our execution.
How much does that help when you that trust when you get in pressure situations late, especially at the free throw line? Didn't miss, period, but also didn't miss inside of 3 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, we got veteran guys too, and that helps a lot. We got guys that have been here before and know what it takes to win and know what it takes to win big games. So having that really helps, getting the ball in the right people's hands at the right times, and then really just trusting each other.
Chuck Benson alluded to it. You were willing to give up threes today, and Wise hit them, 15 to 31. But he also alluded to the fact that there were some execution breakdowns. How do you grow from that in a win, but a game where you gave up some stuff that you probably shouldn't have?
Really, it's just come down to the individual. I thought a lot of that was scouting and personnel that we really thought we were prepared for and thought everybody knew. And there's going to be breakdowns, but shouldn't be those type of breakdowns. So really just individually, maybe being more prepared, maybe reading the scout more, I don't know, but just individually being more prepared.
Turn your attention to Mars Hill. What do you have to do to improve upon this one with the Lions coming to town on Wednesday?
Prepare more.
Read the scout.
Read the scout, maybe. Understand personnel. And then trust our execution. There we go.
Broken record, get out of here.
Perfect.
That is our Food City player of the game, Luke Brennigan. Carson-Newman gets the job done over UVA Wise, 81-77. Quickly around the South Atlantic Conference before we wrap up today. What a dandy of a game in the Abney Center. Anderson falls to Livingstone, 104-103. Pharaoh Lassiter hits a 3 with 3 seconds left for the Blue Bears to complete a comeback for Livingstone in a non-conference matchup. Another really good games across the South Atlantic Conference today. Catawba hangs on in overtime against Newberry, 97-95. Indians shoot 56% from the field. They knocked down 10 of 22 threes and get 2 Javion Jones free throws with 3 seconds left to get by Newberry in overtime, 97-95. Catawba led by 6 at the halftime break. Newberry rallies with a 45-point second half in spite of just shooting 36% from the field, but got to the line and out-rebounded Catawba by 16. Spoils a 21-point, 10-rebound double-double for Quandavian McCollum, and Javion Jones leads all scorers with 22 points. He was one of 6 players in double figures for the Indians. Tight one up on the mountaintop, or potentially closer than expected. Tusculum improves to 5-1 with an 87-76 win over Mars Hill. They were up by 12 at the break, but the Lions outscore them 50-49 in the second half. Tusculum does shoot 51% from the field and out-rebounds the Lions by 11. And Nadi Legist, another monster double-double, 25 points and 11 rebounds. Corey Davis led the Lions with 20 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. The other games still going on. Lincoln Memorial and Emory and Henry got a late start at 5 p.m., 7:53 to play in the second half, and it is all rail splitters in that one. They lead the Wasps 78-47, left out to a 50-23 halftime lead. LMU shooting 65% from the field, and the rail splitters have hit 11 of 20 three-point attempts. Mikkel Burries leads all scorers with 18 points for the rail splitters. Chase Rankin is on triple-double watch with 11.6 boards and 4 assists. And that wraps it up for us from here inside of Holt Fieldhouse. Carson-Newman prevails in a wild one, 81-77 over the University of Virginia's College at Wise. Eagles improve to 7-2 on the year and 2-0 in sack play, while the Cavs fall for a third straight game, 6-3 and 0-2 in league play. Carson-Newman men's basketball is back in action on Wednesday against Mars Hill from here in Holt. That is a 7:30 tip-off, 7:15 airtime. Technically, we'll be on way before that. Women's game gets underway at 5:30 with a 5:15 airtime as a part of that doubleheader here on the Eagle Sports Network. For our entire crew today, Skip Roberts running the show back inside of network control. Our camera operator for today, Gary LaPrairie, and our replay technician, Ian Johnson, director Danny Wazorek. I'm Adam Cavalier. Thanks for joining us. Once again, the final score from Holt Fieldhouse. It's Carson-Newman 81 and UVA Wise 77. We'll talk to you on Wednesday. Until then, go enjoy some Christmas preparations and have a fantastic rest of your Saturday. Good night, everybody.
You've been listening to the Domino's Post-Game Report on the Eagle Sports Network. Today's game has been brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AE